Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is a balmy 34 degrees here in Wisconsin, and today's episode is all about the fish. So I'm gonna show you the fish, see how they're doing, how they've grown. I have moved some, and I may have decreased the population in one of the tanks. So I actually have to go get some new tires put on my truck. I have to go get a haircut because this is getting a little long, and I have to run to the store. So while I'm doing that, why don't you guys take a look at the video. Alright, here we are at the 40-gallon aquarium. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell. These guys are huge. They actually look like baby bluegills, or like juvenile bluegills. They're that big. Some of these are close to 3 inches long, and they're starting to kind of fatten out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but these guys are doing so well. So well. There are a couple of the emerald green catfish that I added to the tank last week. Let me see if I can zoom in here. So yeah, these suckers are, I'm thinking this one right there is one of the bigger ones. I have one in here that's like gigantic compared to all the others. I think it might be that one right there. That one? I'm not really sure. It's hard to say. But there's a good handful in here that are pretty close to 3 inches and really starting to fatten out. There's still a couple in here that are kind of slender, so they're not quite there yet. And there's a couple that are still about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So when I bought the tilapia from Lakeway Tilapia, this was the Aquaponics grade. So they send you different sizes so that you don't harvest all of the tilapia all at once. So you get ones that are a couple weeks old, some that are like a month old, and that's what we have going on here. And these guys have been just eating like crazy, just absolutely crazy. And I'm going to be feeding these guys in just a minute or two, but I do want to show you guys the other aquarium. So let's come back in just a minute or two here. So as you can see, there is nothing in this aquarium. I actually cleaned this out today. Had to do a major water change. This thing needs to get cleaned even more. I really didn't realize how dirty the gravel was. So right now I'm just kind of letting it filter. Just kind of letting it do its thing. I may add a couple fish to this. I'm not really sure yet. I know for sure in the future I'm going to use it to breed the tilapia for the little fingerlings and the hatchlings, but for now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, just because the tilapia have at least 6 to 8 months before they can even breed. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. So I moved all of these guys down here. You can see that half of them are over here. There's some of them over there, and then some of the emerald green Cory catfish are there. So these guys posing for the camera, that or they think they're gonna get fed. Just usually when they see me, it means that they're gonna get fed. So these guys have grown quite a bit too. So a lot of these are getting close to the 2 inch, and I think there's a couple that are probably right around 2 inches, maybe just a hair, just a shade under. But they're doing fantastic too, and I ended up doing a little bit more with this tank. So the plant just came unrooted. I'm gonna have to put that back in. I took the rock off of here finally. I did a water change yesterday. It was probably a third water change, just because this was giving off tannin. So I ended up moving that plant over here from the other aquarium. As you can see, I didn't do a very good job planting it because you can see some of the roots. So the catfish are all like hiding in that corner. But these guys were a fun treat to move. As you know, tilapia are extremely fast, and yeah, so yeah, it took like almost an hour to move all these guys from the 10-gallon aquarium. So the one unfortunate thing is that I did lose a catfish out of here, guys. I believe it was Monday. All of a sudden, I noticed something floating off up here, over there. And I looked, and it was one of the smaller catfish that were in here. And just judging by how well all the other ones are doing, I'm guessing it was probably one of the new ones that I just got. It was probably already sick. Now, I know that Petco has a 30-day guarantee, but seeing as how it happened on the Monday, and with my schedule, the earliest that could have came was today, which meant that I would have had to take the carcass of the catfish, put it in a baggie, and put it in the freezer, which I was not going to do. I mean, stuff happens. Petco doesn't go out trying to sell you bad fish. You know, they get fish from a lot of different breeders, and sometimes they just get a couple bad ones. So it's not a fault of Petco. And I'm not overly worried. The other catfish are still doing fine. So I added 3 in here from what I purchased from last weekend, and then I added the other 3 to the other aquarium. So there's 6 in the other. There were 6 in here. So now there's 5 Cory catfish. They're all doing well. I also have 3 of the octo catfish in here, and none of them have died. So that's out of 44 tilapia, out of 12 Cory catfish, and 6 octo catfish, I've only lost 1 fish. Knock on wood. So I'm hoping it was just a bad fish. It was just a sick fish, and yeah. So in referencing the ick that I had in the other aquarium with these guys, the reason why I finally moved these guys was because I've been treating the tilapia with Sechum Paragard. So it treats parasites and stuff like that. So I've been treating them for almost a week with that, and they were no longer showing symptoms of ick. The one that had the really bad scar, had like that really bad lesion, it actually is almost gone. I don't think we're gonna be able to see it because it's on the right side of the fish, and they're all showing the left side, which apparently is their good side. So they're all doing well. They're all eating. They've been eating like crazy too, ever since the treatment. So I'm guessing a couple of them probably had ick infections, and when I raised the temperature up to 85 degrees, it actually allows the infection to actually spread faster, so that they actually so with ick, it buries into the skin, and then it creates like a lesion, and then once it's ready to mature, it pops out, and then it actually the eggs like fall into the aquarium, and then it just bursts open and it affects all the other fish. That's why, at least what I've found. I am not a microbiologist, so don't quote me on that. So by increasing the temperature, I increased the life cycle of the ick, and then with the treatment, it was able to kill off the parasites. So they're doing very well. So I felt comfortable moving them in here. Since they were growing so fast, I felt bad that they were in a tiny little aquarium. So I wanted to move them in here where they could get a little bit more room to grow. And since these guys are in here now, I actually have this aquaponics system set up fully. So it's actually running right now. So you can see I've got water flowing. I got it floating on my foam here. So I do have some plants in here. I don't know why my zoom is all the way. There we go. So I do have some plants in here. Some of these are just starting to sprout since I just replanted a bunch of them. And some of them are growing, like that guy way in the back. So I do plan on filling this out by the weekend. But yeah. So very exciting. Finally have the entire aquaponics system going. Nice to see that the fish are doing very well. They're growing. So let me take you back to the other aquarium, and then we're gonna feed them some shrimp. I've never fed them shrimp before, so here we go. All right, so I've never fed, well, I've fed these guys brine shrimp. This is, I believe this is just freeze-dried regular shrimp. I'm hoping this is a different kind of shrimp. So I didn't open up the package. I probably should have done this before I started the video, since this may take a minute. Come on. Holy cow. At least it's sealed properly, guys. There we go. Wow, this is a big shrimp. I was not expecting this to be this big. I hope my fish can eat this. So let's just throw a couple in there and see what happens. Maybe they'll... If not, I'll just throw in some brine shrimp, and then you can see what happens to those. I'm not sure if these guys are going to be able to eat the... I really didn't... This did not really say how big the shrimp was going to be. And I didn't expect them to actually be this big. So, let's give it a second here. And see if these are going to saturate with water and fall down. Come on. There's like no room over here. Apparently, it's not going to fall down. So we'll see if they do anything with that. Kind of checking it out, not really sure what's going on with that. So in the meantime, I'm going to dump in some brine shrimp, because these guys go bananas for brine shrimp. And I did give some yesterday, right before the water change. But I kind of wanted to see you guys, or I kind of wanted you guys to see how crazy they get with the brine shrimp. So I'm not going to feed them too much. It is a treat. It's not something that should be a main meal. I still feed them algae wafers. I've been actually feeding them anywhere between 2 to 4 algae wafers, actually 2 to 6 algae wafers a day now. I just used to feed them 1, but I'm up to at least twice or 2 per feeding. So right now they're not going to be overly excited about the algae, since there's protein in the water. And I don't know how, so I don't foresee them going too nuts with the algae, but I do want to throw some in there. Looks like they're trying to check out the shrimp that are floating at the top. They're not really sure what to do with it. Like I said, I don't know if they can eat it because it's so big. So we're just gonna see what happens. Like I said, they're hungry little guys, and they are growing. So I'm gonna throw a couple of pellets in there. I know some of you guys are probably gonna be like, "You're overfeeding." You have to understand, these guys eat a ton of food. So I usually also throw in pellets that I purchased from Lakeway Tilapia. But I only feed that twice a day. I feed that in the morning and at night. During the day, I kind of give them a snack. Usually I throw in a couple wafers. Today I felt like giving them some shrimp, just so that you guys can see how crazy they can get. I mean, they love shrimp. They absolutely love shrimp. And it looks like they are trying to go to town on the big ones that are up at the top. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of off over by the filter there to the right. So you should be able to see it. I do kind of want to leave it on the this full mode so that you guys can see the whole aquarium and how crazy these guys can get. So I'm just going to let you guys watch for a little bit here without any commentary. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the video while I was running around doing errands for the last couple hours. Like I said, it's really cold out here in Wisconsin, so I actually have to have the seat warmers on, as you can see right here. So it's kind of a cold day, and apparently my landlord is doing some stuff with the leaves. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna do another update sometime this weekend, and I'm actually gonna do another video on the skilled labor versus college on Friday. So if you haven't already, please like this video, and if you haven't also, please subscribe and hit that little notification so that you're notified every time that I upload a video. So until next time, be the change that you wish to see in the world. My name is Patrick, and this is Valor Aquaponics.